flat out, looks do matter a little bit. They do matter a little bit, right? So you should do what you can do to look better, right? If you walk out of the house looking like scrubby and badly dressed and your hair's all messed up and your breath stinks, that's not going to help you. That's flat out true, right? Those things do matter. However, for guys, they do matter less than a lot of other things, right? So for example, I'm like physically, aesthetically less good looking now than I am when I started a game. When I started a game, I was an 18-year-old college athlete, right? Now I'm a like slightly out of shape 36-year-old man. Right? I mean, I'm in okay shape for like overall, but I'm not, you know, I can't run a 5-minute mile like I could back then, you know? And my jawline is less chiseled. My face is a little puffy or whatever. But my results now versus then are incredibly, incredibly better because I've developed a skill set, because I know how to communicate and because I know how to hit the triggers that girls actually respond to.
Right.
And I think the reason, a lot of where this belief comes from is that guys are putting themselves in women's shoes and they're saying, what do I like? What do I want? And for men, we primarily look at women physically and say, that's what's attractive, right? And we look at a woman and we're like, oh, she's hot, I would like to sleep with her. And there's not a lot she can do to change it. Maybe if she's like an axe murderer, we'll change it. But like for the most part, once we've decided that, we like her, right? But it's not the same for women, because the things that are going to contribute to survival of child for a woman, it has a lot to do with physical health, which is reflected in beauty. But for a man, what's going to help his child survive and him to have offspring is more his status within the tribe, his ability to garner resources, those kind of things. And then that's you know, women can cue off certain cues for that. Like one of the biggest ones is how the guy is received socially, right? So as a man, if you appear confident, if you appear to have good social feedback, that is the equivalent in a lot of ways to being a hot woman, right? And the nice thing as a man is that it's something you can change and it's something you can work on, right? For women, it's a lot harder. I mean, you can do plastic surgery, and a lot of women do, right? And you can go to the gym and things like that. But we're actually lucky as men because appearance is a lot harder to work on than behavior is, right? We don't have to like massively change our appearance and do all these like crazy things in order to become more attractive that women do, right? There's a reason that men don't wear makeup, right? Now, there probably are makeups that, like, this is like offhand tangent. There probably makeup the guy could wear that would make him like more attractive, to make him look more masculine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the marginal difference for that wouldn't be big enough to make it worth it and make it a huge industry.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
It absolutely is, because they're being judged primarily on their physical attractiveness. The final thing I will say with all these kind of things, though, the whole it can't happen, it's not possible. First of all, you're wrong. But secondly, even if you were right, thinking that way is never going to help you.
Exactly.
Right? If you were right, believing that it's, you know, having this nihilistic belief that you can't change anything, is not possible. Even if you're right, you're not enhancing your life. So you may as well believe it, right? You may as well believe that it's possible. And the nice thing is that once you start believing it and once you take some action, you will start seeing good signs. You will start seeing good positive feedback relatively quickly, which is nice and very, very encouraging. I do think, though, a lot of guys do come to that black pill kind of mindset through having tried it a little bit, right? Like maybe they've tried a little bit, but they've tried under like bad guidance, or they've tried like they've done like some half-assed attempts or half-hearted attempts, and then those failed, and so then they just got discouraged. And I think that's sad that that's the case. But I would encourage those people to try again and try differently, try better, if at all possible. Because I mean, like having great relationships with women, as much as women are far from perfect creatures, right? But having great relationships with women is one of the most beautiful and wonderful things that you can have in this life. And so to just write it off as not for me or not possible for me is a really, really sad determination to make, and one that should not be made lightly.